on, people? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. This is my recap review on Power Season 6, Episode 2. And before we get started, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe. Click the little bell so you can be updated on my Power reviews. We are going the complete, full season. So, if nothing ain't happened, you know, life getting away sometimes. But we're going through the full season, but we are going to go through episode 2 right now. And I made my notes, so we good. I got every scene down, so we good, alright? Alright, first I want to say, 50 Cent is a liar. 50 Cent has lied to us. The song didn't, he said he was going to change the song back. The song is still the same with Trey Songz on it. So, I'm tired of fighting. I'm just going to mute my TV. Because I don't want to hear this song. This song sounds like a song for the young people. Like, it would be better if this was a spinoff for Tariq or something. And they used Trey Songz for the intro. That would even be plausible. But Ghost is a hard-ass man. And Joe's voice is the grit of the street. So the song matched the character. But this shit sounds like some tween shit. I don't really care for it. But 50 Cent, he's a 50 Cent is a liar. So we're gonna fuck the theme song. I don't really give a shit about that. Alright, so we have the scene where Ghost thinks that he killed Tommy. Alright, Ghost went back to the scene of the crime where he shot up Tommy's Mustang. He went back there. They're towing the Mustang away, and he's looking like he has this hurt in his heart because he done killed his brother. Goes to Jason and apologizes that Tommy died, but Tommy needed to go. So Jason said, you know what? I can keep it a little secret. You already done killed my connect. So what you're going to do is be my new connect. And, James had been trying to get out the game. So he was like, no. I'm good on that. I don't want to. No, I'm good. Jason said, yo, if you don't do what I need you to do, I'm going to kill you. And I need you to pay $100,000 a month. No, he said every 2 weeks. $100,000 every 2 weeks on time. And if you don't pay, I'm going to kill you. So now he's in a bind with Jason because of this whole Tommy situation. Ghost, I feel Ghost does not think a lot of things through. He just does things, and he doesn't think of the consequences later. He just does them because in his mind it's the right thing to do. But then later on he realizes that he done fucked up. So we have Tommy, and Tommy takes an Uber. He actually got the Uber from Tariq, and Tommy is so funny because the whole banter between him and the Uber driver was so damn funny. Tommy is hilarious. I love Tommy. He will always be my favorite character on this show. So Tariq is at Choate. He is in his room, and his roommate walks in with this random boy. And basically the roommate told the boy that Tariq sells drugs. And Tariq, being the kid of a street nigga, Tariq is not a street nigga. He think he is, but he ain't. But being the kid of one, Tariq knew enough to know that deny any type of drug association as long as possible because he does not want to be tied to it. So he gives the roommate some pills, and he tells him sell it for $30. You keep 10. I get 20. And so Ghost goes to Proctor's house to tell him that, he went ahead and killed Tommy. And Proctor was like, oh, okay, well, good, because he's been wanting Tommy dead. So Ghost wants Proctor to give him an alibi, and Proctor said, well, I can't do that because I was at my daughter's recital last night and the ADA was there, so he saw me there. So I can't give you an alibi. You have to really realize that they're looking at you for Angela's murder. So Ghost is looking all shocked, like, why are they looking at me? I don't understand that. His face said it all to me. And he's saying that he's going to Tasha's not Tasha. Ghost said that he's going to Angela's funeral, and Proctor said that may not be a good thing, but if you do, go ahead and take Tasha with you. Ghost informs Proctor that, he can't take Tasha because they're about to go through mediation for their divorce. So right now they're on the outs. He can't. Tasha don't want to be seen with him. He don't want to be seen with her. And to ask his wife to go to his mistress's funeral is kind of fucked up. But next thing you know, there's a knock at the door and Proctor is served. And he's served because his wife, the cokehead, she wants custody of the daughter. So now they have to go to court to battle that out. Okay, so Tommy goes ahead and meets with his distro team. And basically he let these people know that he is dead. If anybody asks about him, to them all, he is dead. Alright, so we have obsessed ass Blanca and Black Cop. I cannot remember his name. I don't remember his name, but the Black Cop that was Angela's friend. Alright, so they go to Tasha's hotel room and they're asking her about Terry Silver. I'm sick of hearing about goddamn Terry Silver. I don't like him. Anyways, so they asked him about Terry Silver and she said, you know, I told you guys what I told you the last time. I don't know why you're still bothering me, but I have not seen Terry Silver. I've been trying to get in contact with him. Then obsessed Blanca started asking her about Angela's death and she was like, why are you asking me about that? I don't know anything about that. I'm sorry that she passed away, but that had nothing to do with me. Then you hear her invisible child in the background say, mommy, and then Tasha closed the door. Black Cop was like, yo, you can't do that. We're here for one specific reason. Why are you grilling her? And she feels that Tasha has information on Angela's murder. Alright, so we see Paz, which is Angela's sister. I did not remember her name last episode, but Paz is in Angela's office cleaning out her desk, and Sax walks in. And Sax is basically telling her that because Angela was involved in this drug kingpin, fucking the drug man and all that stuff, he said that her benefits probably won't pay out because there was a pending investigation. So Paz is basically stressed out now because she has no way to pay for this funeral. She was hoping that Angela's benefits will kick in, but because they're on hold, she has to figure out a way now to pay for this funeral. She's stressed out and she just does not know what to do. Sax is telling her, you know, don't worry about it. They probably gonna give the benefits because, you know, she served with the department for 9 years and don't worry about it. We got you. Alright, so we have Ghost and Tasha in mediation, and basically they're both there with their lawyers, and Tasha wants half of everything. But Tasha signed a prenup when they first got married, which entitled her to nothing if she initiated the divorce. So she told the judge, she told the mediator that he has secret accounts that she didn't know about and all that stuff. And he basically saying, I'm not giving you a dime. You signed a prenup. So she's basically going to fight for this money, because without this money, Tasha has nothing. Tasha did not develop anything for herself. She didn't sneak any money off like Shawnee O'Neal did. She didn't do shit. If I was in this position and I was dating a drug dealer and I was keeping all his books and shit like that, I would siphon money off to the side in case shit. Because if this dude go to jail or he dead or something like that, I have my money on the side so I can live the life I was accustomed to. But Tasha didn't think that far. I don't know, because she was young, or I don't know why, but Tasha does not have any money without this man, and that is baffling to me, because as a drug dealer's girlfriend, you should know better. Alright, so they go out in the hallway, and Tasha and Ghost Tasha started arguing with Ghost because she's saying that you're doing this to your kids, and Ghost said, I take care of my kids. Tasha, you just want the money, but I'm going to take care of my kids. So they started talking about the whole Tommy and Angela thing, and basically he asked her to go to Angela's funeral with him, and she was like, are you... She looked at him like he was crazy, and I would have done the same thing, but then he did remind her, well, you and Angela used to communicate all the time, so they can actually they can actually implicate you in her murder as well, so you may want to play along. So Tasha decides to go to the funeral, not to be with him, but to basically cover her own ass. Alright, so we got Tommy and Keisha. These scenes be so hard to watch. But Tommy and Keisha, and Tommy asked her if she got rid of the gun. There's a knock at the door, and this girl, and this is why you can't take random bitches in the drug game. It's not gonna work. This girl starts hyperventilating. She starts stressing out. She starts just basically freaking out because there was a knock at the door, because she thought it was the cops. And Tommy was like, it's not the cops. I don't know why you acting like that. She sends her can't-act son in the back room, and she looks through the peephole and she opens the door. She looks at him like... So I'm saying to myself, it's Tasha. So she opens the door. Tasha said, I've been looking for Tommy. Have you seen him? I went to his place. He's not there. And Lakeisha opens the door so she can see Tommy. And then Lakeisha says, do not come back to my house. We don't want to have nothing to do with you. And slam the door in her face. Lakeisha thinks she bad because her man sells drugs. But your faith is sealed, baby girl. Anyways, so Tommy was like, why you do that for? And she said, I don't want you around her or her husband. We are done with the St. Patrick's, okay? And I don't want to talk about this no more. And Tasha texts Tommy, and Tommy said, Lakeisha's tripping. Sorry about that. I'll meet up with you tomorrow. Alright, so Ghost actually shows up to Tariq's dorm, and Tariq walks in and sees his dad there and like, what the hell are you doing here? Who died now? Did mama die? Did the little invisible sister die? Who's dead? And he told him that Tommy's dead. Now Tariq knows that Tommy ain't dead because he talked to him like earlier that day. So Ghost said Tommy's dead, and the fight that he walked in on last week, yeah, they had some family issues going on, and he had to do what he had to do because he was the one that killed Angela. Now Tariq, like I said, Tariq knows that Tommy is not dead, and Tariq was like, "Yo, whatever. I'm done with all this." And then he said, "Son, we have to protect each other." And he was trying to kill me, and this, he's trying to get the sympathy of his son, but he's lying to him at the same time. And that is the biggest thing that Tariq has with his father, that his father keeps lying to him, and Tariq knows this is a lie. So Tariq is now he's done with this man because all he does is lie to him. So once Ghost leaves, Tariq actually calls Tommy and say, well, my dad told me that you're dead. And he said, yeah, he tried to shoot me. And then Tariq asked him, well, did you try to shoot him first? And he said, yeah, I tried to kill him first. And he said, well, next time you do that, let me know first. So Tariq is basically no fucks given about his father. He don't give a shit if he lives or dies. So we're at Truth, and we have fine ass Lorenz Tate. Rashad Tate, if you don't know. But Rashad Tate is there, and he is running for, I think, governor. And he's getting prepared. He's having a press conference at Truth. And basically he asked Jamie, did you kill Angela? And Jamie was like, no, that was the love of my life. I love that woman. I would never do anything like that. And Rashad is basically all about this race. And he was like, if you fuck this up for me, I will fuck you up so royally. And Ghost, of course, Ghost is not threatened by Rashad. But I feel like there is something about Rashad that Ghost don't know. Rashad has a past that a lot of us don't know, and it's slowly coming out. And you will see that in the rest of this episode. But basically, he told Rashad, don't worry about it. And Rashad was like, I got my speech ready. I'm good. If you fuck this up, we're going to have a problem. Alright, so Tommy and Tasha meet up. And basically, Tommy told her that Tariq knows that he tried to kill Ghost. And Tasha was like, you know what? I don't even know if it's better if Ghost is dead or alive. Because if he's dead, then her and the kids inherit everything. If he's alive, she gets nothing. So now she's contemplating if it's better that her husband is dead or not. So she was like, what's up with Lakeisha? And then he said that, Lakeisha feels like, we need to separate ourselves from you. And she said, you know what, you need to get on her good side. You need to know, or she needs to know that you're 100% down for her, and she will be 100% down for you. So you need to buy her things, because Lakeisha is the type of person that you have to buy her stuff so she can know that you feeling her, because she's never had that. And she's seen Tasha getting all the fancy jewelry and all the fly bags and shit, and she wants that life. So you need to buy her these things. So Tommy feels like Keisha may not be built for this life, and Tasha reassures him if he starts buying her stuff, she will be. Then he starts to spark up a blunt and then realize that they are at a car dealership and he's trying to get a Plymouth. That boy, that scene was Tommy funny as hell. Alright, so we see Paz, and she's at Angela's apartment. She's trying to get her funeral fit together and, prepare for the funeral and all that. And she's going through pictures and all that stuff. And she sees a phone. And when she opens the phone, it's Angela's burner phone. So the first number she sees in there, there's no name. It's just a phone number. So she texts the number and said that I want to meet with you on regards to my sister or something like that. And the person replies back, okay, cool. Now, we're thinking that it's Ghost. It's not. once she meets the person, it's not Ghost, it's Tasha. So this is the phone where she was communicating with Tasha behind Ghost's back. So, Paz was confused, like, you and my sister had contention. You didn't like her, she didn't like you. What's this? And, Tasha said, your sister and I, even though we had our issues, we were working together. She helped with the situation with my son, and we were working together to get, just to get all this stuff squared away as far as the drug shit, connect shit, whatever the case. And Paz was like, so my sister was involved? She said, yeah, your sister was involved. So Tasha said, well, you need to now work with me so your sister's name doesn't get implicated in any of this stuff. Paz said, I'm not doing this. This ain't my ministry. I'm not involved in the drug shit. And Tasha said, well, I have all the text messages from your sister in this phone, so I can take this to the cops and she can get implicated in all that shit, and I know you don't want that, so you need to work with me so we can get this shit squared away, and I promise you we're gonna be good. So Paz walks away, Tasha walks away. Next thing you know, Obsessed Blanca shows up. Now Obsessed Blanca is stalker because she stalked her, but I'm wondering if she saw Paz and Tasha talking. So they tell Tasha that they see that her cell phone pinged his apartment garage the day he disappeared. So why didn't she tell them that? She said, well, if you must know, Terry and I were having a relationship. Okay, we're having a sexual relationship, and me being a married woman, I cannot divulge that information to you, so that's why I didn't tell you. But yes, that is the last time I saw him, in the parking garage where he fucked me. That's the last time I saw him. Alright, so we see Stacks in his office sitting down with someone, and I didn't realize who it was before, but it was actually Proctor's ex-wife. So she's coming there because Stacks wants her to plant a bug on her daughter's school bag so she can record Proctor saying something illegal, alright, to implicate him and Ghost in some illegal shit. So she said, I can't even see my daughter, so how the fuck am I gonna do that? She said, well, I gotta go to court tomorrow, but I need your help. He's saying, I can go to court with you as a witness. And she was like, no, I don't need that. I need a job. And he was like, well, because of your past, because of your criminal history, I can't hire you here. I mean, we can't hire you here. She said, no, I applied to a job at a specific lawyer firm, and a recommendation from the U.S. Attorney's Office will really help. So you see them in court the next day, and basically Proctor is saying, she's a drug addict, and she can't even afford to take care of herself. She's not working. She's this and she's that. And sis, who looks like she's been clean for a while, she said, well, I just got a job with this law firm. Here is my acceptance letter. I got hooked on coke because he put me on coke, and I've been doing good. I can take care of my daughter, and she does not need to be with him because he is involved in a criminal investigation, and he may be facing jail time. So my daughter needs to be in a stable household. So the judge feels like, she needs to talk to the daughter because the daughter is old enough to say who she wants to be with. So they go into the judge's chambers to ask the daughter, and the daughter said that, Proctor said, just tell the judge the truth. Tell her who you want to be with, that we're good in our situation. And then the mommy says, remember we used to do our nails and all that? We can do that again. And the daughter starts busting out crying. So Proctor goes over there and consoles his daughter and say, you know what, I'll do the joint custody, because he didn't want to put his daughter through that. But I found it very telling that the mother just stood there as the daughter crying. She didn't flinch, she didn't move, she didn't do anything. Proctor is the one who ran over to the child while she just stood there with her manicured nails, hoping that she got custody of this little girl. Alright, so Tate has his press conference at Truth, and the reporters were asking him questions in regards to Angela and his connection with Jamie. And Tate is trying to reassure everybody Jamie is a pillar of the community. He's a business owner. And, Angela Valdez's death is very sad, but they ain't got shit to do with me. And then you see this black guy stand up and basically start screaming at Tate because Tate has never done anything for the neighborhood. He's a person that lives in the neighborhood. And then he said Jamie was a corner boy, and all of a sudden he on stage like, these people ain't right. So Jamie comes up and basically took over the press conference and tell the guy, you know, we did some things in our past that we're not proud of, but we're men that have rised above the fuck shit and out of the slums of the ghetto, and here we are as business owners and senators and governors and shit like that, and I promise Tate and I will work together to do this, and we wrote this speech together, basically taking over Tate's thing. Tate was so pissed. Alright? Tate was so pissed because Jamie has a tendency of doing that, but Tate, I feel like Tate is a D-boy from back in the day that Jamie just don't remembers, and I feel like there's some shit that's gonna happen, and the old dog Tate is gonna come out. I feel old dog Tate is gonna come out in this season. It's gonna happen. Alright, so we got Jamie coming out of the truth, and in the corner you see Tommy. Now Tommy is about to text Tariq because Tommy was about to get this nigga right there on the street. He was about to text Tariq, and then he decided not to. Put his phone in the pocket, got his gun out, and was about to shoot, and then somebody put a bag over his head. So Tommy got kidnapped. Next thing you know, they took the bag off. Tommy is sitting in front of Jason, and Jason was like, Tommy was like, what the fuck? I was about to kill him. And Jason was like, no, because Jason is now getting that 100K from Ghost every 2 weeks. So now Jason has a vested interest in Ghost being alive. So Jason was like, no, don't do that. Don't fuck up what's going on here. My people can protect you, but you gotta pay. So now he's getting money from he's getting money from Ghost and Tommy so they don't kill each other. So Ghost is in his apartment drinking some cognac, and then Tasha barges in basically asking about Terry again. Ghost is tired of talking about Terry. I'm talking about Terry, but she said that the police are now asking her questions about Terry and saying that the last time he was seen was in the garage and didn't have anything to do with it. And she's basically saying, you know, you're trying to stifle my happiness with Sean and Terry. And he was like, you didn't love any of these people. Like, and to me, I feel like she didn't. Sean was just something to do. He was just something there because Ghost wasn't there. And Terry was just somebody that could give her the moderate lifestyle, or at least a little bit of the lifestyle that she had already, because she had nothing else to fall back on. So she didn't love any of these people, in my opinion. But he's basically denying that he had anything to do with Terry's disappearance or his death or anything like that. So she asked Ghost to pay her to keep her mouth shut, and he agrees. So now he's paying Jason, he's paying Tasha, Tasha's paying this. It's a bunch of money just all over the place. Alright, so we got Keisha and Tommy. Now, Keisha thought that Tommy was dead because he hadn't been answering his phone. Tommy comes in with a bag. He brings her a Chanel bag. And Keisha automatically got upset because she knew exactly how he knew which Chanel bag she wanted because of Tasha. So he was like, you met up with Tasha? You know, certain things I could tell her that I can't tell anybody else. And she said, we're going to stay away from them. We're not going to have anything to do with them. I need to be your every woman. I need to be the one that you tell and come run to. I don't want you running to Tasha anymore, okay? She is so jealous of Tasha, she can't stand this woman's guts, all right? But she wants to be Tasha so bad. I can't stand her. Alright, so Tariq is chilling in his dorm room playing some chess, and his roommate comes in basically throwing a whole wad of money out, saying this is all the money we made, we're gonna be rich, blah blah blah, white. And then he said there's somebody that wants to meet him, and Tariq said, you know, I told you I'm not gonna be meeting nobody. And he was like, no, she wants to really meet you. She is going to meet you, or she's going to say something to the higher ups. So he goes to her, he finds out who she is, goes to her bedroom. It's this pretty little black girl, and she basically, you know, tells him, you know, we're the only black people in this school, and you're being a fucking stereotype. Why are you selling drugs in this school? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? I'm broke. I ain't got no money. I need to work at the library to make ends meet, but you fronting around with all this money. So basically he's saying, you know, I get money. This is what I do. And you work in a little menial job. If you want some real money, come holler at me. So of course that piqued her interest because she's young and she's dumb and she's broke. So let me just get them out the way. So next thing you know, she goes to, because it's the last this is the last part of Tariq's. I think the day later she goes to his dorm room and basically agrees to work with him and said that she would help him not get caught and everything like that. And then she wants to go play chess with him. Now, when I saw the interaction between these two, I saw a mini Ghost and a mini Tasha. Basically, I think this is where the parallel between his father is. He is now, because he was, I think, around this age, and Tasha was, you know, helping him with the books and all that stuff. So I think this is the role that these two are going to play with each other. It would be really dope if they had a spinoff with Tariq, even though I hate him. But it would be really dope to have a spinoff with Tariq to be the new head gangster in town. So this is where I saw this going. She is the new Tasha. She's going to be the Tasha to his Ghost. Alright, so Taylor's in his office, and the black guy that was at the press conference comes in and basically Tate hires him to find out information on Jamie. Alright, because Tate wants to get Jamie out the fucking way. He really wants to get him out the way, and he cannot do that. He needs somebody from the street. So he's hiring this dude to get Jamie out the way since dude say he can't find a job. So his campaign manager, I don't know who the white boy was, but campaign manager came in and basically was trying to chastise Tate for hiring the dude to find out shit on Jamie. And Tate started decking this dude, like started punching the shit out of him. I said, this is old dog coming out. This is him. He is coming out. And he beat the fucking dude up and then left. I was like, oh my god. This is old dog. Fine ass Lawrence. Alright, so it is the day of the funeral and we see Paz with the casket, and the room was empty. It was just her and her sister's dead body. And the next thing you know, her son comes in. Now her son's eyebrows was kind of concerning because they were like this, and I was wondering if he was the person was a drag queen or something. I don't know. His eyebrows went like this. It didn't have a tail. It was kind of weird. I was concerned. I couldn't stop looking at his brows. But the funeral director actually came in too, and she told him, you know, I need a little bit more time to talk to my sister. He said, fine, cool, ain't no problem. She was like, you know, where's the bill? You know, how much is it? And he said, the bill's been taken care of. And she was like, was it paid by Jamie St. Patrick? And he said, no, that's not the name who paid for it. So once they left out, she called Sachs and she asked Sachs if the benefits were clear. And he said, no, it's taking a little bit more time because of her, you know, her pending drug problems, whatever. And he said, you know, just hold off for a little while, it's gonna be okay. And he said, well, did you find out any information that I can use? And she's sitting there with the burner phone, and she knew Sachs is full of shit, okay? He just wanted this information, and I think he's holding off her benefits because he's playing the sister to see if he can get information from her. And she said no, she didn't find anything. But once she hung up, she texted Tasha and told Tasha, thank you. Tasha paid for the funeral. Which, even though the gesture was kind of fucked up, it still was kind of nice that Tasha actually did that. It was. So, Paz decides to put the burner phone in the casket with Angela and said in Spanish that her secrets will be buried with her. Now, she shouldn't have done that. Now, she should have reset the phone first, smashed the phone, put it in the ocean, did something with it rather than put it there. Because if they have to exhume the body, they can find the phone. Simple as that. I don't know why she would put that there, but you know, in grief, you don't do the right thing sometimes. Alright, so we're at the gravesite and, you know, the sad music is playing. You have all the people there. You see her former employees. You see, what's her name? Tamika, you see Sachs, you see the black dude, you see Blanca standing there, you see Paz sitting there next to her son with the weird eyebrows, you see her, Angela's daddy, and, you know, Tamika said that she's now a civilian, she out of work, of course, and Sachs said, you know, I'm still on the case, trying to kind of brag and boast, like, I'm the white man that's still on the case, but you black woman, you had to leave, but she was like, you better watch your ass, because they're gonna try to implicate you some way. But Paz is sitting there, and they're doing the flag on the casket thing, and I'm like, if she was investigated, would they still do that though? Don't you have to pay for that service, or is it because it's a federal employee? I don't really know. Let me know down below if you're a federal employee in that kind of caliber, regardless of what you do. do they still have to do where they put the flag and then the soldiers hold the thing? Is that something that they still do? Or because I'm like, if her benefits were being held, I don't think stuff like that would happen. But let me know down below. I really don't know. But anyway, they're doing that. The sad music is playing. And then you see Jamie and Tasha come. And they walking and they're like standing in the front. And she sees Tasha. Paz sees Tasha, gives her a little head nod. She looks at Jamie with a scowl on her face. Tamika and Saxon, then they're standing there like, look at this shit. So all the major players are there at this funeral. So Jamie is looking like he can't breathe because his woman is being buried while his wife is holding his hand. And then the creme de la creme. My man Tommy. Tommy comes walking up. When Ghost saw Tommy, it was like Ghost saw Ghost. Alright, he saw Tommy walking by. Tommy's staring at him. He's staring at Tommy. He's staring at Tommy in shock because he swear up and down that that Tommy's dead. So Tommy walks over to Paz. Even though he killed her sister, he walks over to Paz and said, you remember me? I'm Tommy from the neighborhood, the old neighborhood. And she remembered him. And he said, if there's anything you need from me, don't hesitate to ask. I got you. You killed her sister, though. You killed her sister. I guess the criminal don't have no morals. I don't know. But anyway, Ghost is just staring at this man. And he's staring back at Ghost. And Ghost asks Tasha, did you know that Tommy wasn't dead? And Tasha says, yep. And she had this smile on her face. Lord, I damn near cried. Because Ghost has been like walking around thinking he the shit now. Because Tommy is gone. But Tommy, this ain't over between y'all. Y'all about to duke it out for a minute. Y'all gonna duke it out for a while. Alright, so we see Proctor's ex. And she has a little daughter. And she placed the bug. Now the bug is in a toy like unicorn keychain thing. So she places the bug on the daughter's book bag. So now Proctor is going to get in some trouble if he talks around his daughter about some criminal shit that he don't need to be talking about. Alright, so we see Tasha and her invisible child, which has grown a lot. That little girl has grown so much, but we ain't seen the girl since first season. So the girl like 7 now. I don't really know. But they walk into an apartment, and this is the apartment that they're going to be living in. It's not much. To me, it looks a little bit like Terry's apartment, if I'm not mistaken. It probably isn't. But they're moving into an apartment that is a lot smaller and has white appliances. So you know Tasha is not well with that. But this is all that she can do right now. Alright, so Jamie goes to Jason, and he says, you know, Tommy's not dead. And Jason's like, yeah, I know. I know. But I want him dead and blah, blah, blah. Jason said, well, you know, if you kill Tommy, you're going to have to be the new distro. Jamie was like, I can't do that. I'm out the game. And he was like, if you kill Tommy, you're going to have to be the new distro. So Jason is actually coordinating and doing all this with these two, unbeknownst to the other person. So he's really in charge of all this. Alright, so we're in a apartment of some sort. And we see somebody there, and I didn't know who it was. It's Dre. Now, anybody know me? I don't like him. I don't like Dre. I want him to die a very painful death. But last we remember, Dre went into witness protection, right? Him and his girlfriend and his child. So Dre is doing push-ups, and he's looking at TV, and he sees that Angela is dead. Now, Dre is in jail, not jail, but witness protection because of the Jimenez case and everything like that. So now he's getting nervous because he thinks that Jimenez killed Angela. So he's scared now. So Black Cop came in there and said, well, you got to go to court tomorrow. And he was like, is this Angela got killed by Jimenez or whatever? He was like, well, we ain't gonna talk about that. You gotta go to court tomorrow, and then we have to move you out of New York ASAP. And then you hear his daughter crying in the background. Dre is scared. Now, you weren't scared when you were trying to be the damn kingpin of fucking New York. Now you're scared. Somebody kill him. Somebody just kill him. I like Rotimi, but I don't like Dre. Dre needs to die. Okay. Alright guys, so that is episode 2 of Power. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Let me know your favorite parts. Let me know your favorite scenes of last night's or tonight's episode because I'm posting this. I'll watch it at midnight, so I already record this before you Sunday night people watch it. But let me know if you enjoyed the episode. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.